before we set about creating the enemy, let's do one final thing with regard to our detonator and our box of TNT, just to enhance the player experience a little bit more. Let's make the camera shake when we blow up the box. To do this, I need to open my player scene. I've already got it selected down there, but just in case you haven't, if you haven't, I just go into characters, player, and open player scene. I've got a camera on there. I'm going to right click or control click and rename it to player camera. That's just to stop me getting an error when I try and attach a script to it later, because I do need to do that. Whilst I'm here, you'll see I'm already in my node menu, but with player camera selected, we have to add the camera to a group, and I'm going to just call the group camera, because we need to be able to call up the camera from the detonator scene in the same way as we called up the explodable boxes. So we use groups in the same way. So go add. So the camera is in a group all of its own, and it's called camera, but that's okay because it means we can contact it from other scenes in the game. Back into Inspector. Now, with camera selected, I click on the plus, and I want an animation player. Double click that and click on animation, and our animation is going to be just called shake. Excellent. And I'm going to go add track. I'm probably going to change the snap actually to 0.05 again, because I want the animation to happen quite quickly. And I'm going to bring the playhead to 0. And it says it's 1 second long. It's going to be shorter than that, but I'll change it at the end. Click Add Track. Then we want a property track. And we want to animate our player camera. And we want to animate the position of the player camera. I'm going to do it a slightly different way this time. I'm going to do it in a similar way to how I did the function call track on Explodable Box. Just to let you know, and to show you that you can do these things in different ways, and you have to pick a way that is best for you. Moving my arrow over the playhead is at 0. I'm going to control click or right click if I'm on a Windows PC, and I get insert key. So I'm animating position. So if I click insert key, I get a little dot there. Click on the dot. Brings me up this little menu. And the menu corresponds, or the screen that it brings up corresponds to the value that I am, or the property that I'm animating. So I've got position, and I've got my little dot selected, but I don't want to move it in the first frame, so that's all right. I'm going to move my playhead across to 0.05. Notice I've got that selected. I don't want it selected, so I'm going to click off it. That's it, and it goes white. Now I bring my arrow over the playhead again, and I control click, and it says insert key. Notice it's inserted a key with the same values. If you get a line joining them, they're exactly the same value. So I'm going to click on my new key. It goes blue, and it brings up that little menu again. Change value.x to -20. Looks good. And now the lines disappeared because they are different they're different values. This is -20, this is 0. Alright, good. Move the playhead to 0.1. Again, I don't want to select this, so I click off it. And I right click on the playhead, insert key. Again, they're the same. Click on the key, change it to +20. And repeat the process. So bring the playhead over. Deselect that by just clicking. Control click on the playhead, insert key. Select the key. Change it to -20. So I've got 0, -20, 20, -20. Bring it over. deselect, right click, insert key, select my key, change it to +20, and then finally on 0.25 of a second, again I'm deselecting, I want it to go back to 0. Insert key, click off it, select the key, and change it to 0. Enter. And that should work pretty well. Let's try the animation. Doesn't show us much, does it? I think we need to try it in our scene. Firstly, I need to change the length of the animation to 0.3, because that's where we went to. All right, so that's done. Let's go into detonator, which is in props, and then into script view. So all we have to do is the same call as that, okay? So I am just going to copy that line, Command C, get me cursor, make sure your indentation is correct, Command V, I'm just going to change these two. So get tree.callDroop, this time it's going to be called camera, and the function is called shake. And I've got a warning. Oh, that's okay. Go back into the player. Because I need now to add a script to the player camera. So click on this icon to add a script. And I want it empty. Click create. And all I want to do is go func, shake, like we did before, parentheses, colon, $sign to get hold of the animation player, animation player.play, and it gives me the choice. There's only one choice, shake. Save. Let's test the game. Yeah, so you see when I jump on the camera, when I jump on the detonator to blow it up, it shakes. Just a bit of a visual effect. I do have a bug here, however. If I jump off the detonator and jump back on it, it shakes again. We don't want to do that. We haven't got any dynamite. So that looks a bit strange. So I do need to add another line of code. Back into the detonator. And I'm going to put it here. So I move the cursor there, press enter. I need to get hold of the player detector. Dot, and then do Q3 on it. So Q3 appears here. Double click. That way, when I jump on the player detector, it will only work once. The dynamite will explode. The player detector will be removed from the game, and you won't be able to jump on it again. Let's try that. Run the game again. Jump on the detonator. Jump off the detonator. Jump on the detonator. No more player detector. I'm not detected. And nothing furthermore happens. Okay, I'm going to call that progress. I hope to see you in the next section.